everybody. I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're playing Professor Layton in the Unwound Future. Last we left off, Flora, Chelmsney, and Barton tail Layton and Luke all the way to the future. With Flora in tow, Luke and Layton return to the streets of future London in search of future Luke. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Hi, Val. Hi, Black Sniper. Hi, Catoid. Hi, Mama Panda Wit. Thank you for the lurk. You guys know the deal. Lurking helps the channel anyway. And I am perfectly happy to be somebody's background noise. Did we solve this? We solved this man's puzzle. That's where we left off. We were here to talk to Shipley.
Luke's waiting for you in the park observatory.
Okay, we're ready to go to the park observatory. That's where we're headed. I don't remember where that is, but Layton will know. Okay. Tell me, what are you doing, Betty?
You there, with a shady expression. Look me in the eyes when I talk to you. I'm reading here. Why don't you buzz off? Listen, hooligan. I'm acting under the authority of Scotland Yard. I demand you comply.
Getting into the wrong accent.
I demand you.
Can't get the right sound anymore. Oh no, Chad, I lost my ear.
Oh, you there. I demand you comply with my investigation.
Closer.
Scotland Yard. Pfft, big deal. It's been years since the police had any power in this town. No power, you say? You do well to take a close look at the fellow before you. The very sight of these fists sends thugs running for the hills. Whoa there, buddy. Settle down. Somebody help me. This weirdo's getting too close for comfort.
Inspector, calm yourself.
Hmm? Ah, Luke. Not now, lad. I'm putting the screws to this dubious fella here. Inspector, please. I can vouch for this man. He's an ordinary citizen. Oh, so he's a friend of yours, Layton? Ah, you should have said so earlier. You're off the hook, newspaper boy. But listen well, 'cause I'll only say this once. Thanks, I'm listening. Soul of Scotland Yard and what it stands for is immortal, even in the corrupt pit of depravity like this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got an investigation to attend to. Good day, Layton. Whew. Thanks for saving me from that loon. What was all that gibberish about Scotland Yard?
Oh, the inspector doesn't mean any harm. He just tends to get a little worked up. Wild. Anyway, today was exciting and fun. Hi, everybody. Today was exciting and fun. We had a good fun time. And words are hard, chat. Bear with me. Oh, I got to have Crimbus #1. We gonna have 1, 2, 3, at least 3, maybe 4. Wait. Today, tomorrow, the next day, and 4. There's gonna be 4, because aquarium staff has a lot of places to visit. I am going to get to go visit a place where they study aminals, but on the land. And I'm very excited about it. Staff said if I was good, they'd let me bring one home. Because they're allowed to take care of land aminals too. They just primarily don't. It's not that we don't have aminals that only live in the water sometimes. We do. Because there are amphibians, and otters, and other things. But I'm very excited at the idea. And obviously there's a cat, but the cat's not really part of the exhibits. The cat just lives here. Okay. And the staff all take care of her. I'm too small to take care of a cat by myself. Happy DL6 anniversary, everyone! Oh, it's true! Now, that said, tomorrow is almost Christmas, but it wasn't Christmas. So technically DL6 is December 26th, I think. Val did make that joke in me. You did. It's true. Anyway, Edger's fine and normal, and I love him. He's beautiful. He may not be Colress, but, I mean, nobody can be Colress. Chat's out here being like, why are you so into the scientists? I thought you didn't like scientists. That's not true. I love science. I am the science. I get the distinct impression that this nice lady is going to wish to talk to me and also be a puzzle. I'm waiting patiently for Tumblr to make that joke also. Oh, nope, she's not a puzzle. Congratulations to me. I'm curious about something. How about you? Oh yeah, we dealt with you already. Okay, moving on. Nope, no puzzle here. Do 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 do. Will it let me go this way? It will! How far can I go with this? Oh, nobody here. And we're not going in the casino. Anytime it lets me explore, I get scared that I will miss a puzzle. Also, I made hamburger gravy and home fries today. Very exciting. Yes, yeah, it's a professor of puzzleology. Very nice. Oh! Yeah, hamburger. Well, I made hamburger gravy. Sorry, it's been really hard to find accents today. I got so excited I got tripped up all over my tentacles. And chat, I know this might sound a little weird, but you guys have these things called vocal cords, and I don't. So if I'm gonna talk like a human person, I kind of have to wiggle a couple of tentacles underneath and just kind of between that and my radula that I kind of have to bunch up a little bit weird. I gotta make lips and vocal cords out of that and just kind of do my best. It's working a little, right? You guys can hear and understand what I'm saying, so it must be working. I'm so good at this. English is my first human language. I tried to learn the others, but you guys have so many. Why do you have so many? What did you do? I have so many questions. Staff tried to tell me why they had so many, but then I got confused. All men face trials in life, but it's the real men who persevere in spite of them. When tragedy rears its ugly head, a real man knows how to deal with it gracefully. Here's a puzzle to prepare you for the day when you must deal with your own hardships. Layton has dealt with plenty of hardships, alright, buddy? Okay, what are we inheriting? 4 siblings inherited a large plot of land. They each built a house in their favorite spot without thinking about how to best divide up the rest. They've decided that the fairest solution is to split the land into 4 equally shaped, 6 square portions that include each house. Also, each portion must touch, but not include, the well in the center. Based on their decision, which sibling's property will include the star? Circle the house, A, B, C, or D, and then tap submit. A large plot of land, they each build a house. 4 equally shaped 6 square portions. Equally shaped? What do you mean equally shaped? Because these are all beside each other. I'm so confused. Oh, I've been granted Tabuli. I'm so confused about what it means. Like, this is already touching here, and I can't really... While early humans found themselves in different places, mostly isolated from each other, so they learned different ways of communicating. And then, as people moved, languages shifted and melded together. And after enough shifting and melding, you get modern-day languages. Well, why didn't Staff just say that? They have so many answers that don't make any sense. It's long and complicated and boring, and I already know what Romance languages are. So, like, obviously those ones are like that. Staff! Staff, chat's better than you are at explaining linguistics. I am informed, yeah, that's because we're Aquarists. We specialized in a different field. I don't like that. I don't like that. They're silly. I know. Don't worry. Shh, I just like making fun of them. Just a little bit. It keeps them on their toes and makes them learn new things. They don't like it when the octopus... Okay, what does it mean by equally shaped? Like, does it mean that I have to, like... Well, that's too many squares anyway. But are they all stairs like this? But can they all be stairs like... No, because then C can't have any land. Can they? Yeah, no, that's not how that works. And then this would stick out here like that. And then A is not touching the well. What do they mean by equally shaped? Equally sized? Sure, that's easy enough, but I'm tripping up on the words equally shaped. Maybe there is a weird shape that they'll do it? Okay, let's think. First of all, they all have to be touching the well, right? So, this, and that. Oh? Oh, okay. I thought there was someone there. These need to be included in different houses. C's already like that. I feel like if I bring A down here... I feel like A... Because B can't reach the well. So I... Exactly, well. So I figure if I put that there and then decide D lives here. And if I decide those things... We'll fix this up if it's not how it works. But then... Okay, so if I need to put D here... Then I would draw it like this. No, wait. What if I... And then we avoid that. Well, let's just tack one on the end and see what shapes I can get after that. Right, because I put A here, right? So that'll be like that. Oh! Oh! Chat, I think I have incidentally found the shape I need. I think. Yeah, and then B's touching like this. And then if it comes out... What What a weird arrangement. Okay, if I have incidentally figured it out, I think. Still, as one does.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
I'm not even a linguistics specialist. That's okay.
Well, that's
Staff is
settled.
such a specialist at... They're a specialist at other things. I learn languages as a hobby. Me too. I usually like to get a base understanding of, like, hello, goodbye. Great work. Sibling A's property will include the star. The plot of land will be divided according to the diagram shown above. Oh. I did incidentally work out the right one. That's good. Splendid work. Just goes to show that analytical thinking is the key to impressing people. Where's this go? Are you a puzzle again, sir? I don't know why I say... I literally just saved 2 seconds ago, and yet here we are. You guys know what I'm like. He is. Oh, so bored. So very, very bored. Same old story, eh? Oh, can you blame me? Life's not exactly a rosy rose bed, and I don't have anyone to talk to. But hey, being bored is better than being sad, right? Oh, I guess so. You know, if you want someone to talk to, I'd be happy to listen. Oh, that's nice of you. I bet you're gonna grow up to be a nice guy. Thanks for the offer, little man. I already feel better. As thanks, how about I share one of my awesome puzzles with you? Please do. Well, I love a good puzzle. Okay, see, I'm a pretty good digger. It's what I do. I thought of this one while I was at work one day. This man dug his way to the future. Is this a slide puzzle? I swear. Arrange all the tunnel segments to create a tunnel that leads from the entrance to the exit. Tap a segment to switch between a straight and curved piece. Grab the edge of a segment and slide it in a circle to rotate it. The green segments are already finished, so you can't change them. You'll need to use every segment to complete the tunnel. Good luck. Oh, okay, so I'm just playing Pipe Dream. Oh, chat, for those of you that don't know what Pipe Dream is, it is an old Windows game. And one I'm quite fond of. You might also know Meepit Juice Break if you, or rather just Juice Break if you played, Neopets. There we go. People don't know Pipe Dream? An obscure Windows 3.1 game. And yeah, no, people don't know it. It is an obscure game from Entertainment Pack 3. I mean the style of Pipe Dream. No, I get you. You know what we should do on Christmas Eve? We should play Entertainment Pack 3. I should play Ski Free with all of you, so you can see the Yeti too. Oh, and we could play Pinball, Space Cadet Pinball. I could just label it retro, and we could play a bunch of old, like, computer games from my youth. I was gonna read you guys all A Christmas Carol, but now I think I want to play Pipe Dream with you. You know the vibe of going over to a friend's house and being like, does your computer have games on it? Ooh, we can play Chip's Challenge. And I can show you guys Jezball. Jezball's one of my favorites. Oh, and Rodent's Revenge. Now, I'm not very good at Go Figure, but those of you who like Layton are going to be great at Go Figure. And if we need a break from those, Solitaire! Oh yeah, I should have been hitting a button.
Here's my answer. No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
I'll see if I can get Party Pack or Entertainment Pack 3 emulated properly. Good work. Woo, that was a difficult project. It was. And we'll play some silly things. Aw, you're a smart little man, aren't you? You come back here and see me again sometime, okay? A boy sticker for Picture Book 2. Oh! Oh! Finally! I think that's the last sticker we might have needed. Was someone to get the hot chocolate. Yeah! We get to read our rainy day cafe. Oh, it is Flara as the... Oh, and Layton as the Terra Bowser. I work in a little cafe. One day, the woman in charge stepped out, leaving me to run the shop. Before stepping out the door, the woman said to me, "I'm relying on you today. I'll be back as soon as I can." After the woman left, I noticed that a raincoat had been left behind on the counter. Oh no! The woman must have forgotten this, I thought to myself. And come to think of it, I don't even know where the woman went. A little while later, a man arrived, the first customer of the day. "The rain is terrible. I'll have a coffee, please, a really hot one," the customer said, taking a window seat. I looked outside and saw that it had indeed started raining. The door flew open once again, and I could hear the sound of the rain on the pavement as the next customer came in. Gosh, it's just like they forecasted. The rain has chilled me to the bone. I'll have a tea, please, but don't steep it for too long. The boy took a seat at the corner table. Since the woman in charge was gone, I had to make a coffee for the customer by the window. I also had to make tea that the other customer had ordered. However, I ran into a snag when I realized the milk bottle was gone. The door opened again and someone stepped inside. "Thank heavens! That must be the woman," I said. But when I turned around, I saw that it was actually a traveler. This customer sat down by the counter. "Yeesh, I'm tired. But look at this mushroom I found in the forest. Was I lucky or what? Oh, right, my order. I'll have a cocoa, please." The traveler leaned over, put the mushroom on the counter, and said, "Isn't it a beauty?" "It is, but I have to apologize because I can't make you a cocoa. The milk bottle is gone, you see," I said, deciding I had to be honest. Overhearing my apology, the mustached man sitting by the window said, "I don't really like my coffee black. One really needs to tip the milk bottle to make it palatable." The boy in the corner piped up as well. "Hot tea's best friend is the milk bottle." And the traveler by the counter chimed in, "This is unbelievable. I came all the way here to enjoy a cocoa." The traveler by the counter's glasses began to fog up with anger. I was getting very flustered. Just then, the door opened again, and in stepped the woman. "Oh, lots of customers today, eh? I'm glad you all came in here out of the rain." I was so relieved to see that the woman's pointy hat. "I can't find the milk bottle. I looked everywhere," I said, causing the woman's eyes to grow as big as saucers. "What are you talking about? Didn't you hear me when I told you I was stepping out to get another milk bottle?" The old dear really was steamed, but she wasted no time in making everyone fresh hot drinks and a mushroom pie. The customers were all delighted, and I cheered up as well. Doesn't this story make you want to visit a cafe on a rainy day? Yeah. There's a book cafe downtown. And there's a cafe in the library, too. What's Picture Book 3? I've got a trowel. That's all I've got. Oh, goodness. Alright, that's going to be much more complicated. We've only got one sticker for it, so I'm not messing around with it. Yeah, they're all wholesome and cute like that. The picture book stories are all adorable. How far can I get up here? Nope, you're not a puzzle. You're just ostentatious. Oh, this is different dialogue. I'm sorry, chat. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, something about a business proposition and then...
Yes! At last, Belle, radiant goddess that she is, will know my heart's deepest secret, and that is to start a clothing line with her. You see, though I am a stylish gentleman, one might argue the most stylish gentleman in town, no one has their finger on the pulse of fashion like teenage girls. What's more, every genius needs a muse, and that's where Belle enters the picture.
Good luck with that. If that cat's not a puzzle, I'll be very much surprised. Oh, not a puzzle. Just a meow. Oh yeah, yep, those two are still guarding the entrance to Chinatown. I'm gonna call them Bellamy and Charton. Now let's actually go where we're going. Oh hey, it's that guy again. There we go. Nope, no puzzles here.
It's maddeningly quiet. Why did the boss have to post me here?
Oh yeah, because he's from the family. Stash and Scarfin won't be another puzzle, right?
Wait a moment. How did you manage to get here?
Impressed, are ya? Let's just say I have ways of making the impossible possible. Okay. Whoa! There's a guy in here that was not here before. Somebody's got to have a puzzle for me, right? Right? Right! Hey there, young miss. You don't look so well. Are you all right there? No worries, little lady. I'm doing just fine. I do appreciate your concern, though. As my way of saying thanks for your kind words, have this puzzle. It's been sitting in my back pocket, so it's a little squashed, but it plays just fine. You? Thanks, Flora!
4 jams. Oh, I'm scared now.
4 types of jams are combined into pairs and placed in the 4 boxes below. Use the scale to determine the relative weights of each jam and label them from lightest to heaviest, 1 to 4. Okay, we can... Okay. Okay, we gotta do maths. The 2 yellow ones are the same weight. So we have to determine the weight of the blue one versus the green one first. Okay, blue is heavier than green. So what are we labeling them? Lightest to heaviest? So green. Green is lighter. I don't like it. I need the thick one. No! That's the wrong color, probably. Okay, so green is lighter than blue. Green is lighter than blue. Green is lighter than blue, which is why this is down here. But this also means red is lighter. Red and green is lighter than blue and green. Wait a minute. Oh, I know how to do this. We're gonna do this the long complicated. Hi, Jelly Bucket! Happy holidays! Seems Fair's using all the brains she got. I am. Yellow's definitely heaviest. And then green's heavier than red, because this is 2 blues. So green's heavier than red. And blue is heavier than green. Or, yeah, blue's heavier than green. So it should be red, green, blue, yellow. Label them from lightest to heaviest, 1 to 4. Red, green, blue, yellow, I think. We'll see!
Cross your fingers.
Ah, I can't do math.
Oh,
That's not
don't
true.
look at me.
Flora, I get it, honey. I see it. Wait, was it lightest to heaviest or heaviest to lightest? No. Well, yes, that much is obvious. I did that part. I guess it makes sense, because... Okay. Yes, we figured that one out. Maybe it's just... Maybe I just put them in the backwards order. Lightest to heaviest, 1 to 4. Okay. Well, I know the order of them. Because blue's heavier than green. Yellow's heaviest altogether. And red is lighter than green, because otherwise it would weigh it down. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna input these the other way around. No, wait. It does say lightest to heaviest. Usually it's pretty good about that. Oops. Okay. That's even. Okay, but red's super light. Well, wait, though. If that's even, then... Oh, yellow's not the heaviest! Oh! Blue's the heaviest! I get it. I figured it out. I figured out my mistake. Red's the lightest. Then green. Then yellow. Then blue's the heaviest.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Did you see that?
Do 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 do. Red, green, yellow, blue.
Cross your
Ah,
fingers.
don't look at me. She just like me for real. I know, right?
Did you see that?
I did, Flora. You did so good, girl. Say, nice going, little lady. You got quite the mind for puzzling. I am uncomfortable, Alfie. Ah! Every time you talk to me, I feel like I'm having a heart attack, so quit it already. Ah! Hey there, folks. You look positively knackered. Have you been out walking all day? Yes, but I can't go into details. Just trust me that we've been on quite the journey. Ooh, is that so? Well, you really need to recharge. What you really need to recharge is a nice big meal. But we don't serve hot food here. But I suppose I could whip up one of our special ham sandwiches if you ask nicely. Oh, that sounds great. But what makes it special? It's all about the order of ingredients. Plus, it has an extra special secret ingredient. Now I just have to remember how to make the thing. How's it go again? Oh, Anita, honey. Ah, I see. Okay. Boop. Can you make this exact sandwich? The ham goes above the potato salad. The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is the lettuce. The cheese touches the bun. Which bun? Neither the ham nor the lettuce is the very middle layer. Okay. The ham goes above the potato salad. The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is the lettuce. The cheese touches the bun. Neither the ham nor the lettuce is the very middle layer. Okay, so... Oh, wait. No. Let's satisfy this a little bit. Neither the ham nor the lettuce is the very middle layer, is the one that's throwing me, but... Ham goes above the potato salad. The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is the lettuce. So the lettuce can go on either... The tomato can go on either side as long as the only thing between... Oh, no. Well, yeah, actually it could. And the cheese touches the bun. Oh, I think this might satisfy it. The ham goes above the potato salad. Okay, let's see. Does this satisfy thing 1? The ham goes above the potato salad. Yes. Good. The only ingredient between the ham and the tomato is the lettuce. Ham, lettuce, tomato. Yep. Good. The cheese touches the bun. Sure does. Neither the ham nor the lettuce is the very middle layer. Yeah, alright. Seems to satisfy all of them. Just in case. I love Flora. I love her so much. I'm sad she didn't get to be in the last game.
This? I knew it!
She was in the last game a teeny tiny bit, but I'm sad she didn't get to be in the last game, but more. Delicious! Now it's time to chow down. I say the secret ingredient is the potato salad. Thanks for the help there. And as your reward, here's the sandwich. Oh, wow! The sandwich is out of this world! Who would have thought potato salad in a sandwich could be so delicious? And the crusty bread's a perfect match for the tomato and cheese. Oh, I love it! You don't love it more than my cucumber sandwiches, do you? Uh-oh. Did that last bite get caught in your throat? Don't eat so fast. I just had to draw the visitor by hand. Oh, Val, are you gonna be all right? That's a lot of alien to draw. Oh no, I already did your puzzle. Yours was wood. Not the whole visitor, just the eye. Yeah, fair. Ah, it's a puzzle. Well, I can't seem to open the door to the observatory.
Is that so? It appears that a puzzle is locking this door.
Huh. I guess you're right.
Worry not, Luke. I'll solve this puzzle and have us through the door before you know it.
I'm glad that he's an archaeology professor. Oh no. Okay. What are we doing? Move the red and blue blocks to their respective spaces. Tap the arrow buttons at the bottom to rotate the playing field by 90 degrees. Oh no, chat. Never mind. I'm a wizard.
That should do the trick.
I'm a wizard!
Well,
I was like, oh no, a slide puzzle. And then it wasn't quite a slide puzzle, and it was fine. Oh, I love these sometimes. Other times I'm just like, no, please. Superb. How many moves did it take you? A true master can solve this puzzle in 5 moves. Which I did! Oh! I'm so good at this, chat! I bet the puzzle shape is some kind of kanji.
That did it, Luke. The lock is disabled.
And the door's open! And he broke the lock! And he reneged on our deal.
You know, doesn't that sound a lot like lawyer talk to you? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
One of my favorite moments in Chicago is hearing Roxy yell, and he broke the lock! Because it's just really funny to hear that and know, if you're playing Billy, to know that this was something that you planted yourself. It's a great time, chat. Anyway, right, I finally got in here. Finally stopped to visit. Interesting how the observatory doesn't face the clock shop, isn't it? I knew it. I know I could fall late, and I don't care. There are hint coins to be had, sir. Not that I'll ever use them for any reason, but there are hint coins to be had here. Alright, Luke. Big Luke, if you will.
Thank you for meeting me here. I know it's a bit out of the way. I wanted to make sure you weren't followed, and this place afforded me the best view to do that. Have you made any progress in your investigation? We've encountered some unexpected turns, but on the whole, it's going well.
I can't believe I'm meeting Luke from the future.
Eh? Oh, Flora, it's you. I didn't recognize you there for a moment. You'll have to excuse me, this is all a bit unexpected.
It's nice to know that some things never change. I see you're still easily flustered.
You're one to talk. As I recall, you're pretty easily flustered yourself. But it's good to see you. You look well. Yes, Flora would be one of the unexpected turns in question. Inspector Chelmney and Barton are here as well.
Traitor Luke, if you won't! We do love future Luke around here. Just you wait. He is surprisingly interesting. Wait. Was I right? Right about what? Oh, Traitor Luke if you won't. Ha! Val, I think the pieces have been put in order enough for you to know what's going on here. You were just memeing, I know. Part of what you have said is incorrect. Part of what you have said is incorrect. But part of what you have said is completely correct. I will leave it up to you to figure out which is which. There is a detail of this story. Anyway, back to time traveling.
Well, I'm not too surprised by the inspector's arrival. That man lives for police work. Are you saying you expected him to tail us back here? Expected? No, but I acknowledged it as a possibility. Enough chatter for now. We need to discuss how we're going to get into Chinatown. We haven't a chance of getting through unless we get those guards to leave the gate. And you've found a way to lure them away, haven't you? Yes. See, the guards don't hang around the area all the time. They only man their positions there when Layton tells them to. In other words, my future self has some reason to post watchmen in the area. I confess that could be my fault. I've been doing a lot of reconnaissance in the area, and may have been spotted. Anyway, the crucial point to take away is that the guards will leave their posts if their boss says to. I understand. But how do we get my future self to issue that order? Luckily, Layton almost never interacts directly with his own low-level grunts. Instead, he has his lieutenant, Bostro, give out the orders. I'm sure you remember him. He was that giant thug giving orders at the casino. Ah, yes, I know who you're talking about. If the thugs by the gate hear Bostro telling them to get lost, I'm sure they'll abandon their posts. Then all we need to do is record Bostro's voice and play it back for the gods. Well done, little Luke. But have you figured out how to reproduce Bostro's voice? I seem to remember you picking up a new friend near the river who boasts impressive vocal talents. Of course! Pillow! We can get him to mimic Bostro's voice! That's the idea. But how do we get Pillow to learn to say, get lost in Bostro's voice? Well, that could prove quite difficult. Nah, get lost is something of a catchphrase for Bostro. He's always yelling it. I forgot we named the parrot Pillow! Yeah, we did! I've spent quite a few afternoons spying on the man. He uses it at least a dozen times a day. That's not a very nice thing to say. Well, he's not a very nice fellow, as you may have noticed. The catchphrase is our ticket into Chinatown. We should start looking for him immediately. All right. Bostro's likely somewhere in the vicinity of the casino. Heading back to that area is a dangerous move, but we should start our search from there. Is he a fluffy pillow or a feathery pillow? Feathery pillow! I tried to find every puzzle, but good luck. Some of them might have moved. Oh, chapter 7 already. He's a pillow I want dead. We named the parrot after Pillow of BFDI fame. Ah, I knew it. I knew I'd missed one. Well, immediately off to Chinatown so that I can go solve that puzzle. Oh, whoops, not here. Look, there's Bostro. Yes, I'd recognize that white pinstripe suit anywhere. Quick, everyone, hide. This isn't where I meant to be, but it's where I am, so here we are. Because I think that one's a slide block puzzle. I bet it is. You're supposed to be on guard duty, you clown! Stop goofing off! Oh, I wasn't goofing off, Bostro. I was just... Grah! You know the only thing I hate more than a loafer is a loafer who makes excuses. But... There ain't no buts about it. That attitude is what keeps you a grunt in this here organization. You know what? You're finished here. The family don't need no clowns like you. Get lost, you clown! Oh, come on, Bostro. Don't kick me out. Where will I go? There, did you hear that? Yes, I heard get lost loud and clear. What about Pillow? Did he manage to pick it up? Did you hear what the big man said, Pillow? What? Get lost! It's uncanny how much he sounds like Bostro. A performance like that is sure to fool those two guards at the gate. Let's head to Chinatown. You know the statue here, Luke? Oh, the one with the man that looks like the professor? Sure. Seeing it kind of got me thinking, you know, about the future. And one thing that occurred to me is that you know how everything is going to turn out, don't you? I mean, you're me, so you already went through this scenario 10 years ago, right? Well, in a way, yes. But I can't tell you what's going to happen from here on out. You see, if you had that knowledge, it could alter the course of history. Some of the things that are supposed to happen might not happen at all. Time travel changed the way events unfold here, and look at the mess it's made. We wouldn't want to add to that chaos, would we? Well, I guess I never thought about it that way. What's more, knowing about your future self could actually change who you become. And just to complicate things further, it's probably worth noting that technically you aren't me. Well, I'm not? Then who am I? Well, that's a tough question. Our meaning has changed much for both of us. Only the past is certain. Therefore, I was you in the past, but you may not be me in the future. You follow? Well, I think I do.
But time travel sure is complicated. It sure is. Time travel's weird. Yeah, professor of puzzleology. I get it, buddy. Nah, it makes perfect sense to me. Multiverse theory. Yeah, you get it. Multiverse theory is how time travel works in Dragon Ball Z. So what ends up happening in Dragon Ball Z is you find out about it when Trunks comes back in time to stop the androids. He gets pretty far and then is like, and at one point they're like, so now that you know where the androids are, why don't you just go back in time again with that knowledge? And Trunks' response is sort of what holds time travel together in that series. His response to that is, I could go back in time, but it wouldn't be to this timeline. If I go back, what I'd be doing is jumping to another timeline, going back there, but you'd all still be in a lurch. So I'm going to do everything I can here to try to save this timeline. The way I operate time travel in my own work is like this. There's 3 flavors of time travel. There's multiverse time travel, which is that. You're not jumping to a point back in time. You're jumping technically to a different timeline at a different point of it that was otherwise completely the same up until that point. You are the point of divergence for the universe that you jump into. The second flavor of time travel is oh gosh, it was that really bad prom movie that I can't remember the name of offhand. Peggy Sue Goes to Prom or something, that was secretly marketed as a marketed silly, but actually was like marketed as a rom-com, but was actually a time travel drama. I'm always a point of divergence. Just ask my neurologist. Oh no! Alright, we hydrate as chat demands. But basically, you were always going to travel. The universe has already accounted for it. You were always going to travel back in time. Make the choices you made, and then come back home. Because the universe has already accounted for time travel. Or more accurately, because time travel is a physical... is real in the physics of the universe. Now, that does mean that during the time loop, there is no free will. Yes, that is exactly it. I was thinking of Animorphs more specifically. Because their time travel book is great. But that might be a bit of an older reference for y'all. But yeah, effectively, you were always going to do it in the first place, so you always end up doing it. Now, the thing with that is that there is no free will in the time loop, if that's true. Because the decisions that you make are already predetermined, but that's the price of time travel for that. The third method... I need to read Animorphs. I hear it's surprisingly good. Animorphs is amazing. It's a hill I will die on. I need everyone to understand that Animorphs is amazing. You may, if you have never read the series, or if you've only seen the TV show, you might be tempted to write it off as another one of those silly little, like, YA cash-in books. But Animorphs is what started the YA trend. Accidentally. What I would consider the original YA trend. Animorphs is a series that you can engage with very differently depending on how old you are when you first read it. Because it was a Scholastic Book Fair book. So it was aimed at the, like, it was aimed at the older readers. So, like, the grades 4 to 6 crowd. But here's the thing about Animorphs. You can engage with that book very, very differently. Depending on your age and what you're thinking about. When you're young, it's a fun space adventure. There's, like, 6 of you. You're fighting aliens. It's cool. You're fighting mind control aliens. And why are the adults so mean all of the time? One of the biggest obstacles is making sure your homework gets done. Come on, there's aliens to fight. So when you're little, you engage with it kind of in that way. When you get older, when you get closer in age to the actual characters in the book, you start thinking, wow, they have, on top of all the homework I have to do, on top of everything else, they're also fighting a secret war with aliens. and trying to save the Earth. It sure sucks that none of the adults in their life can be trusted with this situation. I will. Okay, look. It sure sucks that none of the adults can be trusted in this situation. Oh my good golly, Val. But when you're closer in age to the characters themselves, you're at that age where you start realizing that adults don't just know all of it. You're at that age where you're like 12 or 13 and you're starting to be like, no, I don't want to go to bed. I can do what I want. I'm allowed to make choices. I'm not going to take out the garbage just because you told me to. So you're at that kind of age. No, this is amazing. You hand-colored the visitor. You did that all by hand. That's incredible. Look at that. You did so good. You haloed Sybil with the eyeball. I love it. I love it at once. So good. Amazing. Okay, have fun. Have fun lurking. I'm gonna yap about Animorphs a little bit more. And then as you get a little older, you start to see the toll that it takes on everyone. Like, the first few books, and I mean, there's like 100 books in the series, I think, but they're all very short. So the first few books are like kind of fun, kind of, they're a bit lighter. They're a lot lighter than the end books. They're fun. They're kind of like an introduction to, you know how the anime always has like, this is a day in the life of kind of deal. They're kind of fun. They're kind of an introduction to things. But as things go on, you start seeing the cracks forming in these kids. And especially if you're a little older than they are when you're reading it. So if you're like 17, 18, you're starting to think about university and stuff. Especially if you're a little older and you've got a little more adult responsibility of your own. You look at these kids and go, oh my goodness. There are literally 0 adults helping them. Nobody would believe them in a million billion years. And what adults might are already possessed by an enemy alien. There's literally 0 people except for each other that they can trust. And sometimes they can't even trust each other because mind control aliens. On top of that, the Yeerks, the mind control aliens in question, the brain slugs, aren't all united. There is a serious movement among Yeerks to only take willing hosts. There is a serious rebellion going on while these kids are trying to fight, that is technically unrelated to them, that they only found out about by accident, which is basically just like, yeah, we are trying to basically start an uprising. We really think we don't want to do conquest. We want to do first contact. We shouldn't be taking on willing hosts. That's not fair. And like, you have that. And then you have some really interesting stuff with the Andalites. Those are the big blue guys with the hooves and whatnot. The telepathic aliens. You have some really interesting stuff with them where they're like, we have to stop the Yeerks at any cost. And at first it seems like, okay, like from Axe's description, because he's your window into what they are, because he's part of the team on Earth for complicated reasons. You have Axe, who's through Axe's eyes, basically, you get to see what Andalites are like, and you're like, okay, this tracks. They're like an honor warrior culture. Of course, they're like, we have to stop these bad dudes at any cost. And then you find out why they think that. And boy, is it a doozy why they think that. Boy, oh boy. They have a whole rule about not giving other species advanced technology. And I bet you'll never guess why. Anyway, Animorphs is amazing and I highly recommend it. There are side books and stuff too. Which I also recommend because they're great. And they do add something. They do add something to the plot. If you can get a hold of the entire series. I had my entire series in pristine condition, but I donated it to the library because I felt so strongly that people should be allowed to read it. Anyway, we hydrated chat demands. And something terrible happened to my library's copies when I was in school. And I don't even just mean that they got wet because it was the sea. Anyway. Stretch. Anyway, there's a third method of time travel, which I don't really get into. It sort of combines the first two, but in the same timeline. And I call it the Back to the Future style of time travel. Because the way it works is that when you time travel, you still time travel. Like, when you time travel, the universe hasn't already accounted for it, so you can still make choices and change the future and stuff. And you can come back to a different future. Technically, I suppose this is more like the stepping on a butterfly thing from that ancient dinosaur hunting movie. But never you mind that. Back to the Future is one that people will get, and one I can remember the name of. And anyway, you can just keep going back and forth. Thing with that kind of time travel is it's really dangerous. It also makes time travel up to be a physical process. Like, rather, like it's actual travel. Because a lot of times when you time travel that way, the changes aren't instant necessarily. In Back to the Future, they are. But a lot of times when you time travel like that way, especially in comics, the changes aren't instant. Which I think is really interesting. Because you can be in a race against time. Which is weird and cool. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Chinatown. Anyway, but yeah, I highly recommend Animorphs, and I love it a lot. It's one of the very first instances of a book series. Oh, right, there was an ad break. Oopsie doodle. It's one of the very first instances of a series where the villains aren't just hee hee ho ho, I am so evil villains. And if they are, there's good reason for it. The main antagonist of most of the series is Visser 3. The Yeerks leaders, such as they are called Visser number. So they go, you know, Visser, with Visser 1 at the top. So they go, you know, the ones that we see are Visser 3, and eventually we see Visser 1. For reasons. And even the other Yeerks are like, that guy's crazy. Like, he got one good body and he is insane. Like, I don't know what to tell you, fellas. He is such, like, they don't have the term Warhawk precisely, but they don't really need to because they're just like, that guy's bonkers. He will fight anything ever for any reason. He doesn't care. Visser 3 is the only Yeerk with an Andalite with an Andalite as his host. Was that Andalite willing? Absolutely not. Also, Andalites are a prey species, which I think is fun. Like, it's never stated in the book itself, necessarily, but they are. Oh, hey, Pavel! Salutations, mine amigo. I'm afraid I am a bit lost.
Hello there, Pavel. Fancy meeting you here. Where are you trying to get to this time?
I read a magnifique article about the great underground caverns of El Mundo and came to see them.
Ah, yes. One school of thought posits that these caverns exist throughout the entire world.
Hi, exactamente! I was on my way to discover the subterranean ruins of Rome when I got lost. Wait, you were heading to Rome and you ended up here? Yeah. The road of a traveler is long and winding, but this time I'm sure I'll reach my destination. But seeing as how we bumped into each other like this, how about a puzzle for El Camino? Oh boy, lunar leapfrogs. Alright. Oh no, it's one of these. Okay. 6 frogs are sitting atop logs in a bog.
Leap them around so that each frog's color matches the ribbon tied to its post. Oh boy. Here are the rules you'll need to follow. You can hop to any empty adjacent log. If there's any log one frog over, you can leap over one frog to get there. You can't leap over 2 frogs at a time. Now, tap the blah blah blah. Put frogs. Okay, we are not going to put the blue one where the blue one goes just yet. Because this is effectively a Towers of Hanoi puzzle. Now we just do the same thing over here. I don't know how many moves it should take, but that's good enough. 27 moves seems pretty okay. Hip hop yippee! I wonder when the Frog Capella starts. I don't know, but they're all gone. They all hopped away. Magnifique! With that solved, I'm ready to return to my travels. Good day, and happy travels wherever you go. Oh, I've never seen anyone as good at getting lost as you. How did you even make it here to begin with? Ooh, toy car track. Let's go. I love the toy car. I could yap all day about Animorphs and how good it is. But I also don't want to spoil too much. I have a terrible problem. Where I want to tell everyone everything about that series, and I read the whole thing and I really love it. That said, Taxons are my favorite alien in that series. They freak me out the most, but they are my favorite one because they're so weird. Love them. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, niet! I'm lost again, and this time in a desert. I've got to get to town for some agua before I dry up like a prune. But how? Oh, Bitta Amigo-kun, help me! First of all, sir, it is Amigo-chan. I know I am blue. However, I am not Boy Octopus. Honestly. Okay, what do we got here? Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Wait, I have a better idea. Maybe. Potentially. Yes! Yes, I have a better idea. We're gonna jump to the square. Gonna go this way. And then we're gonna go down. And then we're gonna go this way. And then we're gonna go up. We're gonna go this way. Down. Over. Jump. Okay. This should work? Special thanks to those of you who reminded me that the car can jump. And that we do not need to use every single tile. Yeah! But that was last stream we did one of these. Good job, everybody. Alright, moving on. Oh, that's right. We're missing a puzzle. All the puzzles you left behind are packed in that bloom.
Go on, get to it.
Thanks, Beasley. Why are you voiced, sir?
hidden message is revealed when one of the blocks, A, B, C, or D, replaces the box marked question mark. Tap the letter that corresponds to the correct block. Oh! Layton. I see it.
Let's see if I've got this right. Just as I suspected.
Quite right. The answer is B, which is shaped like an O. When you insert that block into the space and change the direction of all the blocks, they spell out Layton. It literally was because of this N block. I saw this N, and then I was like, interesting. And then I saw this kind of A-shaped block, and I was like, And then I saw a crane claw, and I was like, wait, hold on a minute. I can rotate that in my brain. Probably. No puzzles left for me to solve. Amazing. We've solved the only puzzle we have missed so far. Unless I've missed other puzzles, you guys can check the VODs. Hi, Pepper! Welcome in! Oh, nice! Nice! Just finished my BG3 run. Well done. I've been yapping about Animorphs half the night. Anyway, how's your holiday going? Provided it's still going, I have no idea. Or has started. I don't know how human holidays work. It is the holidays. Winter time happens and then it is holiday. Oh, Chad, it's supposed to snow here tomorrow. Good, I go back to uni on the 20th. Ooh! That's next month, isn't it? Instead of this month, because it's the 23rd already. Right. Oh, I hope you get to have fun. Or whatever it is you do at university. Learn stuff, I guess. I hope so too. Yeah! Draw up, like, cool pictures of buildings that don't exist yet, but will exist once they're drawn up and measured. Alright, Luke. This is our chance. Oh, I'm so nervous. Just relax. We'll stay back here out of sight and let Pillow work his magic. We named the parrot Pillow. Exactly! Yeah! So good at this. I'm sorry, I've seen that coat bath image going around. That house that doesn't make any darn sense. And I hate it. I love that someone woke up and went, you know what, we should trust this to a machine. No! Maybe I'll design an octopus mansion. Yes! Yes! It can be like the bank in Lion's Arch. But big. The bank in Lion's Arch is hilarious because it is, if it was a real structure, it would be primarily supported by the bulbous head of the octopus. And a lot of the tentacles on the front would effectively just be decoration. Supported by each other, at least, of course, but effectively just decoration. I forgot they actually had fake names. I can make all the structure work. Yes! Octopus-shaped building! Staff, you should do that. You should make an octopus building, and it should be octopus-shaped, and then you put water. Put the biggest aquarium part, and then I can live in there, and everyone will be like, wow, that's a big octopus, and I will be like, I'm huge! And they'll be like, oh no, the building talked. It'd be cool and fun. Oh no. They have many objections to this brilliant idea. What do you mean, where would you go? You can swim. Well, aquarium staff cannot breathe underwater. We'll work on it. Sure think I'll make it all an aquarium. Yay! Architecture. What was I doing? Oh yeah, playing the video game. Just take scuba lessons then. Yeah, wait, that's right. They can take air with them. I forgot. They can just do that. You can just do that. Oh. Not 8 hours of it, rude. And they can't talk to each other while they're breathing through the scuba snorkel. Fine, whatever. They have practical concerns about how to change the water and so on. Not my problem at that point. Yeah, right? They have a great deal of practical concerns, but I don't care about that. I could live in a cool thing. I could be shaped like me.
Ugh, this post is such a drag. I can't wait to punch out and grab a hot meal.
Sounds good. What I wouldn't give for a piping hot meat pie with some mushroom gravy right now. Oh, but we'd better not let Bostro hear us talking food on the job, or he'll tan our hides.
Seems like all that brute does is watch us to see if we mess up. Talk about a terrible boss.
All right, do your thing, Pillow. Doing my thing, doing my thing. Psst, Pillow, you're on. Get lost, you clown.
Did you just hear Bostro?
Yeah, he told me to get lost. Or was he talking to you?
Oh, maybe he meant both of us.
Well, I think you're right. Aye, aye, Bostro. You're not going to tell us twice. We'll get lost immediately. Way to go, Pillow. Squawk, squawk.
Excellent. I think we can finally get into Chinatown now.
And it's all thanks to our pal Pillow. Get lost! Get lost, you clown!
You can stop saying that now, Pillow.
Oh no, Pillow. I can't believe we've moved on a chapter already. Eh? What's this device that's stuck to the door?
Oh no. That's a puzzle counter.
Oh no? Why oh no?
These things measure how many puzzles you've solved. The door won't open for anyone who's solved fewer than the required number of puzzles. Here, take a look at the display on the front of the machine.
It says 50.
Hopefully you've got 50 puzzles under your belt.
Well, I don't know, but I'm anxious to try the machine. The future's just full of so many neat gizmos. Bzeep! Puzzle count confirmed. Access granted. Whew! I was worried there for a second, but it looks like we can go through now. Parrot will now forever repeat those words. Parrot has a lot of words to repeat. Oh yeah, right, this bit's animated. And voiced.
Just down this road is your future self. Do
We'll
you
see
find
about
it
that.
at all unnerving?
It's quite a peculiar sensation, I must admit. Yes, quite.
I still can't believe there's another Professor Layton
Ooh.
running around.
I assure you, the man is real. You'll see soon enough.
I love the music around here also. It reminds me of something. Oh! I know what it reminds me of! It reminds me of the snowfields in Secret of Mana. The ones around where Angela lives. The violin isn't there, but the bells are. You know, I should play Secret of Mana with you guys. I really love that game. Sorry, I do believe in English it got translated officially as Trials of Mana, but I played it years ago, before it had an official translation. And you all need to hear Swivel at some point in your lives anyway, because Swivel's the best battle theme. Hello there. Is this Chinatown? Listen to yourself, young man.
Like all sentient beings, I exist everywhere and nowhere. Well, that's very nice. Now, if what you really wanted to ask me was where our physical bodies are located, I'll tell you. This is indeed Chinatown. Here you can find exotic goods and rare wonders from all over the world. But these things don't interest me. Material objects are mere dust, flecks on the universe's canvas. Something tells me I picked the wrong person to ask for directions. You've only just started to make your way in the world, young one. For you, many of life's greatest puzzles remain unsolved. For example, this one. Ah, what? Oh. One of these people broke the window. Oh, this is another one who's lying. One of these people broke the window. When asked about it, they gave the following statements in order, starting with A. I didn't do it. A is telling the truth. D is lying. I swear it wasn't me. The person whose story sounds fishy is the culprit. Who is it? Okay, this one is actually easier than I think. Okay, so. One of these people is lying. A didn't do it. Honestly, D probably done did it, because the only way that this works out. In order. I didn't do it. A is telling the truth. If that's true, then A is telling the truth and didn't do it. If D is lying... Yeah, because A or D has to be lying. They gave the following statements in order, starting with A. I wonder if it might be C, actually. I think it's D, but I wonder too if it might be C. Because this doesn't say that Breathtaking piece of art, isn't it? Tell me, sir, are you familiar with this part of town? Oh, you mean Chinatown? I suppose you might say that I'm familiar with the area. As you might expect from the name, this area has many restaurants and shops selling goods from Asia. One thing most folks don't know is that, despite its appearance, the buildings here aren't that old. I've also heard that the family's headquarters are in this area. Whoa there, friend! Keep your voice down. Though the fact might be common knowledge, it's not the kind of thing one talks about in public.
Well, I think what the professor wants to know is if you can tell us how to get there.
Ho ho ho! You're a straight shooter, aren't you, boy? I admire that. Tell you what I'm gonna do. If you solve my puzzle, I'll point out the family's headquarters to you.
Oh, boy! Why do we have 6 things here? When counting on his fingers, this eccentric man counts in the order you see the order you see in the picture below. When he counts from 1 to 5, he returns to his thumb and continues counting in the same order, starting with 6. If he continues counting in this way, which finger would he land on when he gets to 763? Circle the correct fingertip. Oh, no. Okay. Wait, no, we don't have to count all the way to 763. We can do math. Because you see, 7 and 6 is 13 and 3 is 16, so it's not divisible by 3. So he's not getting to that one. It's not an even number. And it surely isn't a multiple of 5. I think he might be back on his thumb for that. Maybe? No, maybe I'm not thinking hard enough. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's alternating fingers. I'm having chicken for dinner. Oh, delicious chimkin. We love chimkin. I made hamburger gravy and home fries. Wait a minute. No, I'm thinking about this wrong. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I see it. I see it. It is the 3. It's what number it ends in. Boyga. Yeah, it's really good. I spiced up the home fries real good. We have a seasoning by a brand called Cool Runnings. It's seasoning salt, and I really like it. Yeah, because we're only gonna... I don't have to do math at all. I just have to know where what the final digit is. It should be right.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah!
Well, that's settled.
Had to think about it. High 5! That's right! He'll land on his pinky no matter how high you count. The finger that corresponds to the ones column never changes. All numbers ending in 3 or 8 end on the pinky. Woo! Getting so good at these.
You made short work of that puzzle, so here's your prize. See that tall building? The one in the distance. That's the one. It's called the Towering Pagoda, and it's the family's base of operations. The person in charge of that place is said to be more monster than man, and he wears a hat like yours. But enough of that unpleasant topic. Have an enjoyable stay in Chinatown. Good day.
I would like to go exploring. However, I do believe it is going to demand I go forward. But you know what? That's never stopped me before. Bloop. Banana peel, you're obviously some kind of puzzle, aren't you? I forgot to check for hint coins. Excuse me a moment. Yes, yes, very nice. I don't care. I want coins. I knew it. I knew it. I'm so good at locating. There's one more. There's always one more. Yes, yes. Glad you think it's charming, Flora. Ah! Okay. I knew it. So, the way to pick out hint coins is to play the notice game. That's almost definitely a hint coin, but just in case it's a puzzle. And the notice game is like this. You stop, and the first thing you notice is probably a hint coin. It was a puzzle! Ah! Eh. Sure hope I did. Yes, yes, our story so far. We don't care, because we're not doing anything. Not yet. Boo. Technically 0. I only have to move myself.
This one's as good as solved.
I was about to say, but then that
No
doesn't
puzzle
read
can
like an
stop Layton's
equation.
apprentice.
But it does. Equations can read either direction. You're on fire. 0 matches correct. If you look at the equation upside down, it becomes 10 equals 9 plus 1 in Roman numerals. The phrase fewest number of matches might have tricked you into thinking at least one match, but fewest can mean no matches at all. No, it's the fact that you didn't say I could rotate the board. That it wasn't clear that I could turn the board upside down. Another puzzle solved! This banana peel is very enticing, and I am going to click on it. Because I bet it's one of those banana slide puzzles. Look at that! There's another banana peel lying on the ground!
Someone around here has a taste for bananas and aversion to cleaning.
Not to worry, Professor. We'll clean it up.
Not so fast, Luke.
What is it, Professor?
I just thought of another banana puzzle.
Oh, no, not another one. Make your way from the start to the goal, but be wary of banana peels. Whenever you step on one, you'll slide without stopping until you hit a wall. Okay. Go in here. Oh, yeah, and when you walk, you go 1, 2, 3 until you hit a banana peel and then go on an adventure. Okay, so there are certain ways we can't go. Oh, I see it. It's going to be a long path. So where we need to go is like this. Then down here. Then over here. All the way up here. Then down like this. Then down here. And then we need to turn around. And walk our way out. This feels very Spirit Tracksy. I love Spirit Tracks a lot. I should play that with you guys. There's a list of games I want to play with you guys, but this does feel like a Spirit Tracks puzzle a lot. Oh, I can hear the title screen music in my head. I can hear it, and I love it.
This one's as good as solved. Phew, that's a relief.
Slick! Sweet and delicious. Most people are used to eating the common and most popular Cavendish bananas raw right after peeling them. However, in the tropics, where most of the world's bananas are produced, there are many less sweet varieties that are often used in cooking. Oh, yes, and in fact, Cavendish bananas are not the most common bananas, but there was a different, more common banana once upon a time that was slightly more tart. So the reason that when you make very old-timey foods, sometimes it doesn't come out with the flavor profile you expected is because you're using the wrong banana. The problem with bananas is that they were all the same, because it pays to standardize them. But the thing about them being all the same like that was that when you bred them all the same, they shared the same genetics, so when an illness happened to one tree, it happened to all of them. It didn't completely wipe out that version of banana. But you will only know that banana taste from old banana candy and from banana medicine, which tastes like old bananas, not current bananas. That's why the old flavor of banana used to be used in more savory cooking because it had a slightly more tart flavor profile, and Cavendish bananas at the time would have been known as dessert bananas. Because they still existed. They just would have been known as dessert bananas instead of bananas. My partner actually has a family member that grows the old banana. Yeah! I don't remember the name of them. I keep thinking they start with an H, but I never remember what they're actually called. Just that they're hard to get now. Because, of course, Banana Plague wiped most of them out, and Cavendish bananas, as it turns out, are hardier against that particular plague on the crop. But that's one of the reasons why very old recipes don't taste like they should. It's because wrong banana. That's why you'll find that That's where you'll find a very old recipe for breakfast, usually, that is bananas with ham and hollandaise. Because the older flavor profile of bananas with its slight tart and less sweet flavor actually matches really well with ham and hollandaise. Hollandaise. It actually matches quite well that way. Modern bananas are so sweet that they just don't mix. You can kind of use plantains for that recipe, and it'll come out better, but it won't come out quite right at the same time. Whee! Whoever left this peel here could stand to learn a few manners.
I'm glad we found it before someone took a spill on it. What's this?
Her hair is very tall. And as we know, the higher the hair, the more secrets are packed inside. Too many books, not enough shelves? Sounds like a used bookstore. If you go into a used bookstore, be prepared, because you can get anything. Wait, what did... where's the murder mystery section? Flora, my girl. A woman after my own heart. Murder mystery is best section. Welcome to Maya's Miles of Books.
You certainly aren't exaggerating. The selection here is simply astounding.
Well, if there's something that catches your eye, feel free to flip through it. Our mission is to serve our fellow book lovers.
Wonderful. As an enthusiast of the written word, shops like this really make my day.
Please enjoy yourself. Okay, nothing here yet. We'll be back. Look at all these shops! And it smells like something amazing is cooking here.
I see you've taken a liking to the neighborhood. Let's ask a few more locals around the area.
I bet they have more puzzles for me. They do.
Hello there, little girl.
Oh, hi there, mister. Hiya. And hiya right back at you. Oh, that was nice. I do so love a good greeting, don't you? Well, you'll always get a proper greeting from us, just because that's what gentlemen do. Yep, the world would be a nicer place if more people said hello like you two. People in this town are so, what's the word, uncouth? That's what my mom always calls people here.
Oh, do you live around here?
Yep, Dad moved out here and brought me and Mom along. But I think our move was a terrible idea. Dad hasn't come home once since he started working here, and all Mom does is complain about it.
What's he doing at work that keeps him there all the time?
Beats me. All I know is that when I grow up, there's no way I'll become or marry a mechanical engineer.
So your father's an engineer?
Yep. Dad moved here after his old company got bought. Isn't that unbelievable? Can you imagine buying a whole company? You'd have to be super rich.
You certainly would.
You know, there's a great puzzle about a rich man my dad told me once. You would have to be super rich. Okay. What are we doing here? At an antique store, a wealthy gentleman is looking at 3 flower vases, each with a different portrait painted on it. Well, would you just look at that? This one looks just like me. I'll take it. Which vase did the old man choose? Oh. I see it. I see it. Chat, you are familiar with the old, 2 men talking versus a vase thing, right? So we've got a rounded forehead, a bulbous nose, and some wiggles at the bottom. And we've got a rounded forehead, a bulbous nose, mustache, and mouth. So I'm willing to bet A is what we're going for.
Yeah. Yeah? Oh, and the little puff out from the cravat, I think, is there too. But just in case.
How about this?
I'm so good at this!
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Oh, it's his whole body. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Whoops. Technically correct, but for the wrong reasons, but I was correct. Correct. He picked face A. If you turn it upside down and look at the profile as shown above, it matches the wealthy gentleman perfectly, right down to the sizable belly. Hey, you got the answer. Nice going. Thank you. As an aspiring gentleman, I'll do my best. Oh, a friend for Viv. Okay, let's go. Alright, parrot. Oh no, I've missed one. You know, I'd love to have a pet. A sweet little doggy or a kitty, maybe even a parrot. My mom won't hear of it. Perhaps you can help me find a friend for me. Well, we start here. Oh, will this make a straight line? Yes. Is this Peggle? Kinda. I just need to know where the bird's gonna go from here. Okay. If I do this, will you... Where do you bounce to, buddy? Ooh. Oh, I didn't like that. How do I get you to go up? Oh, maybe... Will this get you to go up a little bit? Ah, it will, but not quite the right way. That's definitely not going to work. Whoa! Jump scared by my own alerts. Alright, we hydrate as Ted demands. Alright. Good night, Chili Bucket. Enjoy the holidays. And a big stretch. For body break, let's do some shoulder presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, where does this Islander bird leave friend? We already tried this one, but I just need to see. Yeah, okay. And if I put you... I only have 15 seconds, so this probably isn't the way. Wow, okay, that did not quite work out the way I thought it would. Okay, so definitely not like that. Well, let's try like this. Where does this put you? Well, no, that might be alright, though. That might be enough to get you up top. Nope.
Oh, there's not just 2 options here. There's technically 3. Where does this get you? Same problem. Same problem, maybe? Okay. How else can I make you but to go up? Where did the list take you? Oh, nowhere, because you won't get quite far enough. Curious. Where do I have to get up here? Because I feel like I have to turn around here and bounce that way. Oh, okay. You can't make it up there like that. Okay, where does this take you? Aww. If I remember this right, that took you up anyway. And then you bonked. Real bad. Okay, so that is not correct. But neither is it right to do this. Because you overshoot. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that will be okay. Nope. Where do you go if I do this? Here you go, little buddy. Nope. Okay. So that either... Unless... Nope. Okay, so if that is one, it absolutely has to go this way. Wait, can I... Oh ho ho. Nope. Okay. Let's see where you go without that rope up there. Currently making Doc watch Teapot 20 with me. Oh, is it fun? Also, hi, I can't hear. Good luck! Thought I was so clever putting that closer like that. Right. And this way didn't quite work because it made me, it also couldn't quite reach the top. And if I put something here, it'll just bounce me backwards. Yep. Okay. Oh, unless... That's a really weird angle, but will it work? No. No, it will not. Unless... No, it will not. Oh, but I can make an even weirder angle. Okay. Okay, we're on to something. Okay, it is the angle of this thing. That's what we're working on. I can make really weird angles about it. Put it this way. Nope. We'll come back to this later. Tired of fussing with parrots. When there could be perfectly good puzzles to solve. What's up? I was just wondering if you knew anything about the man who runs the Towering Pagoda. Ah, of course I do. Everyone does. That fella's bad news, mate. What do you mean by that? Well, you know, he's got a bunch of thugs working for him, and they're like a thug's thugs, if you know what I mean. So I figure their boss has got to be one nasty character. I see. He and his goons have this place so scared, most people don't bother going out much. Maybe that's why puzzles are so popular here. Oh, let me tell you one. Okay. 5 shapes are drawn on a chalkboard below. One of them isn't quite right. Circle the shape that doesn't belong. They're drawn out of numbers. Here, I'll show you. This is the number 7. This is the number 5. This is the number 6. And this is probably the number 4. This boy. But you know, as you do, you gotta... It's a real good circle. I did a good job.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
What do you mean?
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
Oh, does it want me to tell the number of sides it's got? You've got to be squidding me. This is the number 3. I see it. I did not see it before, but this is the number 3. It's here. Because it's the number of sides they have. On top of that. I bet this is it.
That should do the trick.
Yep.
just as I suspected.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That's what I get for thinking I'm not... For
I've
thinking,
got a
wow,
good
I got it
feeling about this
immediately. Latent puzzles. Why
Few
must I
things
overthink
satisfy
you
like a
and
puzzle
not think you
solved.
over? Although I did catch C, so that made me happy. Because they were like, yeah, in this order. And I'm like, oh. Yep. Correct. The other shapes are made up of 3 3s, 4 4s, 5 5s, and 7 7s, respectively. The oddball is neither 6 6s nor 9 9s. Oh, yeah, that tracks. I forgot they could be 9s as well. Smooth. Real smooth. Word of advice: if you value your hide, stay away from the towering pagoda. I think I will not do that. Wah! Family Goon! Oh, you're right, Parrot. I should be looking for hints. That panda's very cute. I didn't already look for... No, I didn't already look for hints out here. Right? Right. Yep! I was right. I didn't already look for hints out here. Well, anyway. In the cash register. Of course. Puzzle! Welcome to Pepper's Noodle Palace. I'm Pepper, and if you're in the mood for good eats, you've come to the right place. That sounds very nice, but what we're actually hungry for is answers. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions? I'm up to my ears in prep work here. Why not order something? We can talk while you chow down. All right. What do you recommend? Do you like dim sum? You know, those little Chinese delicacies that go great with tea? Sounds great. Yep, we've got a great assortment of dumplings, little steamed buns, and radish cakes. Oh, radish cakes! Those are so good! Oh, and we make a mean pork noodle soup, too. Heck, even our puzzle's about soup are first rate. Can you give me a puzzle about soup? I would like that. Noodling around! Bowls of plain noodles and pork noodles are lined up in a row on the counter. Arrange the food so that the bowls of plain noodles and pork noodles alternate, but make sure they all remain very evenly spaced on the counter. What's the fewest number of moves it will take to accomplish this task? Also, in this puzzle, simply switching the places of 2 bowls counts as 2 moves. I see. I'll tell you right now that you can move the pork for sure. We need to put pork here and here. I think you can do this in 2 moves just by moving the pork. I know it lets me move the bowls around, but I think you can just move the pork.
How about this?
Nope. Okay, well, we can't just move the pork.
Let me think this through again.
Unless we can, and it doesn't count at all. I don't want to swap the bowls. I want to swap the pork. Ahem. I suppose it might be 1 move. Or maybe none moves. Just cook more pork, buddy. Well, if I can't just move the pork... I see it! I see exactly what I need to do. I think. Can I... Oh, ho, ho! Congrats! It's technically none moves. I think. Because they didn't trade places. Or maybe it's one moves. We'll try one. It might be none.
How about this?
Yeah, it's one moves.
I knew it!
You don't need to switch any of the bowls around. You just need to move a bowl of plain noodles from one end to the other. Yay! I wanted to move the pork around. So, what'll it be, gents? You know, I'm in the mood for a pork noodle soup. I'll have that, please. As will I. You got it. Hang on just a sec. And there you are. Now, what did you want to ask me? I used to live in London about 10 years ago, but I don't remember this part of the city. Is this area a new development? Gee, that's a good question. I actually just opened up shop here a short while ago, so I don't know. An investor told me this area was ripe for a new restaurant, so I moved out here. Interesting. Well, thank you for your time and the menu recommendation. Professor, this soup is amazing! Hurry up and eat before it gets cold! Ah! Hey, don't sneak up on me like that. You scared me half to death. Yeesh, can't a guy slack in peace? That's the kitchen. I'm not allowed in there right now. What's this? A toy store! Or it sure looks like one anyway. I'm too old for stuffed animals, Professor. No one's too old for stuffed animals. I, for example, am not too old for stuffed animals, because they're really cute. Also, I'm 4 centimeters tall. I'm smaller than most stuffed animals. Ah! He's also a puzzle. Take a look at all the toys in here. Big on toys, are ya? Well, I used to be, but now that I'm older, I don't have much time for toys anymore. But you can't forget that toy car of yours, my boy. I suppose you've got me there, Professor. That car's too fun for me to put down. Oh, a toy car, you say? Let me see. Yes. This is one of my creations. Really? Wow, that is so cool. Thank you kindly. Well, since you're such a fan, I have a special offer for you. If you can best this puzzle of mine, I'll give you a special track for your car. Oh, a special track just for solving a puzzle? Gosh, this is my lucky day. Paper cuts, huh? Okay. 2 squares of paper, A and B, are shown below. Following the arrows from left to right, each piece of paper is folded in half and then folded in half again. The red dotted lines on the far right image of paper A show where a cut will be made. Your job is to cut paper B so that when you unfold it, the cutout shape in the middle matches the shape in the middle of paper A when it's unfolded. Oh, right. I need to make a diamond. I do believe I should cut here.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Because they're symmetrical by 3s and 6s. Oh, there are also only approximately about 16 different shapes that snowflakes take. And the reason for that is because that's how water glues itself together. Water is H2O, so it's 2 hydrogen molecule, or... Yeah. Wait. 2 hydrogen atoms? Molecules? Hang on. Chat, I need you to know that I am going through a musical parody song. Dot isn't the best way to sum up how electrons come and go. They're the states of the matter field that follows an equation that Dirac wrote. Ah, well. You're right, Fier. Yeah. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Dihydrogen monoxide, if you will. No one would write it that way. Unless they were trying to confuse people. It is poisonous in large quantities. You could hypothetically write it out dihydrogen oxide also, because you don't have to write out the monoxide. I was just trying to remember if hydrogen is an atom or a molecule, because I think molecules are collections of atoms. Like water itself is a molecule, but hydrogen by itself is an atom. But I can't remember if that's the way that works. I feel like it is. Like it's an atom of oxygen. It's an atom of nitrogen or whatever. And then molecules are things like complex chains. Yeah, okay, good. I sometimes get a little confused. I promise that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to chemistry. And the reason that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to chemistry isn't for any grand fantastical thing exactly. It's because I have to know chemistry for 2 reasons. Reason 1, baking. Baking needs a lot of chemistry. I need to know how proteins will glue themselves together. I need to know how different fatty acids will react. And I need to know how different proteins will react to different acids that aren't necessarily fatty acids exactly. So I need to know if squirting a tiny drop of lemon into my delicious food is going to make it so it doesn't set. And the other reason I know is because dirt. If you are growing a plant, the dirt you grow that plant in needs to be very particular. You need to do so much work to get that dirt right. And if you do get it right, amazing plant. If you don't get it right, ruined forever. So you need to know a lot about the way that nitrogen and other compounds that contain it interact. That's why I know what ammonia is. That's why I know what the chemical forms for ammonia and stuff are. I think actually I answered this right 2 nights ago. It's N3H, I think. But I might be messing that up. That might be a different thing, but I feel like that's definitely ammonia and I'm crazy for thinking I'm wrong, but it's definitely similar if it's not. It's probably just the number of atoms that I mixed up. But I need to know how those funny lines and their little hexagons go together and how they jam themselves into each other and what happens when they break down. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of that kind of science, do you know what I made today? I made a 6-hour stock in 45 minutes. Well, 6 to 12. I'm not sure if it came out yet. 45 minutes might have been too short, but I made a chicken stock that should, by rights, have taken me quite a while in 45 minutes. Also, it came out so clear. It's almost consommé clear. It's not quite consommé clear, but it is almost consommé clear, and I am so excited because if that's true, then I'm gonna have a really easy way to make consommé. And you know what's fun about consommé? If you can make consommé, people think you're so fancy. because it normally takes forever. Anyway, right, I should tell you how I did it because it's really exciting. Okay, so you take your chicken bones, right? With the skin and the meat and such that you couldn't get off. I get my chickens at Costco, but you can also get your chickens at any place that does cooked chickens. You have your chicken meat for eating or putting in the soup if you want. You can also put the chicken meat in the actual stock if you really want to just put the whole chicken in there, but you have to cut it up good first. And what you do is you put your chicken bones in there, and any of the chicken fat you use for a different thing. You take your vegetables. So typically that's going to be onions, celery, carrot. Though if you are in New Orleans or somewhere like that, that's going to be onions, green pepper, and carrot. But I don't like green pepper, so I tend to go with the more typical French version. You can also use parsnips, which we did. It makes like a sweeter soup. You put that stuff in to a pan. You coat it, you get the chicken fat all over it, and you soften it down a little bit to help break it up a little. Then you put that into your, I used an Instapot. It has to be a pressure cooker. That's the trick to this. Any pressure cooker will work. It does not have to be an Instapot. You can even use the one on your stove that is so dangerous that I think they're banned here. The metal one that just has the little clamps on the side. It's just shaped like a pot. You put a lid on it and you're like, good enough. But I used the Instapot because it's easier. You boil approximately a couple of liters of water. Or less, depending on how much you're making. I think you can do one chicken carcass in like a liter of water, but enough to cover the chicken and all the stuff. You pour that in, boiled. It helps it get up to temperature faster. You pour that in boiled, and then you put the thing on pressure cook for like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much liquid and stuff is in there. And then, when you're done with the pressure cooker, and this part is crucial, when you're done with the pressure cooker part, you don't flip the little switch that lets all the pressure off immediately. You let it cool down. You let the whole thing start to cool down until the pressure releases, like, slowly releases on its own. If you're using, like, an Instapot, you'll hear it do the little click. Because the little thing that says there's pressure in there will fall down. And then you wait a little tiny bit longer. And then you open it up. And then you strain it super duper carefully. And the fun thing about that is that it'll be the clearest stock you have ever made in your whole entire life. And, even more fun, because of the way pressure cooking works, that stock will have been heated much, much hotter than normal. So, stuff like the collagen and the gelatin and other things that you would normally only see starting to break down and get into your actual stock at several hours in will have already started to break down and get into your actual stock. So when it comes out, it'll be a little bit jelly. Or a lot of bit jelly, depending on how long you cook it for. And it comes out super duper clear. Because you know what I learned in the process of learning this? You know what I learned that's fun? The reason that your soup stock doesn't come out clear is because boiling it breaks up the meat into tiny, itty bitty, itsy bitsy little pieces. And those itsy, eensy, beensy, tiny little pieces get into the stock and make it cloudy. That's why stock is often cloudy. It's because little teensy bits of meat are in there. Which is fine. It's just, you can get all that flavor without it being, you can get all that flavor and all those proteins and stuff still in your stock. And still have it jelly up in like 45 minutes for chicken. For something bigger, like if you were making pork bone broth, or beef broth or something, you'd have to cook it longer because the bones are bigger. Whoa! Hello! Hi, Willow Winter. Welcome in. The Hellions have arrived. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Jelly Prinsect. Oh. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Rainbow lesson about food because we were talking about science, but actually we're playing Professor Layton. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Raiders. Thank you all for the follows. My follows are all anonymous so that you may feel free to lurk as you please. I believe in lurkers' rights around here. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. For those of you that don't know, I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Hi, Taki Roche. And there's this purple dragon tagging along the raid. Yay! Welcome, everybody. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, I'm Fiera Luna, and I play games on the internet. I am a 4-centimeter tall Dumbo octopus, and I live in the Horatio Lear Memorial Aquarium. I am here almost every night because streaming is my enrichment. You're smaller than me? Yeah, apparently. 4 centimeters is a little less than 2 inches, because 5 centimeters is 2 inches approximately. I'm very small. 29 centimeters, that's so many bigger than me. I'm so small. You can see pictures of me in real life if you want. They're on my Blue Sky. You can look at me there and be like, wow, what the heck is that? That's a tiny octopus. You're like a cat size to me. Yeah! I know, because when I stand next to a Barbie, I'm a little bit big, but like still like dog cat size kind of deal. Oh, also, I'm shorter than my amiibos. I have Callie and Marie, and I am shorter than they are. And yes, I am a Dumbo octopus. I live in the deep depths of the sea, except right now I live in the aquarium. Also, I made the lights you see up above me, the holiday lights, I made those myself. I'm very pleased with them. So proud. I gotta go to Blue Sky now and see. I haven't posted in a little while, but I am still Fiera Luna over there. You can see pictures of me, primarily with my dinner. I also have a Discord, where there are slightly more pictures of me and my dinner. I like taking pictures of food. Food, but with me. Because aquarium staff is like, what are you doing? And they get confused. Willow wanted friend to spread chaos too, so I suggested you because I thought they'd like your vibe. Oh, thank you! Yes! Thempress has been here before. I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. The Gooba was correct in choices. Yay! Yes, in case anyone is curious, we are out here trying to make a positive space on the internet because have you seen the internet? It's scary out there. Everybody's mad. And I don't like it. I'm only 4 centimeters tall. I can't keep up with all that. It's spoopy. You're right. It is spoopy. It's scary out there, so I thought I would give humans a place to come and be like, wow, this is like sitting down by the campfire in Dark Souls. I got 9 brains and they all don't, none of them work. But I can do this much. Who you calling human? Well, human's enough. Non-octopi. Yeah, it's filled with too many haters and pony jars. I'll hide here between the rainbows and the bubbles. Yes, that's where we are. Also, yes, my glasses are precious and I love them. They're my favorite. I need them to see but when above water. And then I just kept wearing them because they're cute and I like them. And Barbie height. Yes! Yes! I can stand next to it. Oh, I don't have a Barbie here. But I could stand next to a Barbie and be very small about it. Cat-sized or doggish-sized. I'm very small. What else have I got around here? There's a bunch of little figurines I've got on my desk because I like amiibos. Nope, nothing else that's super common. I'm shorter than Hello Kitty. I learned that. I'm not even 1 apple high. It's so sad. I'm here with Stubby's Kasiki. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Not even 1 apple. I know, right? 4 centimeters isn't even 1 apple. To be fair, the apple in question was a Honeycrisp, and it is much bigger than me. But I am not even 1 apple high. Even regular apple. For the stream, I think I need my jellyfish plush. Jellyfish! Oh, so cute! Oh, aquarium staff got me me the scariest possible plush. They got me an anatomically correct starfish. It's terrifying. It is the correct size. It has the little feeties on the bottom. And it has the little spot where its mouth parts would be if it had any. It's horrifying. I think I just saw it in your Discord. Yes, I put a picture of it there. I put 2 pictures because I had to flip it over. It was really awkward to flip it over because I'm very small and it's very big compared to me. If that thing gets stuck on top of me, I'm not flipping it back over. I'm just getting outside. I'm just getting out. My fave water creature is anglerfish. We love anglerfish! Considering Kitty White, Hello Kitty, is supposed to be a human girl, makes her diminutive indeed. Yeah, I know! Anglerfish are great. I love them. They're so cute. Maybe cute isn't the right word for them, but I think they're adorable. Also, they don't tend to try to eat me because I don't tend to bother with them. You have to be lured in by their lures, and I don't care about that. Light doesn't look like a shrimpy. It looks like a human coming to scare me. But do not let my teensy size fool you. I have a lot of love in all of my hearts. I have 3 of them because that's how octopus do. A lot of love in all of my hearts for everybody. Oh, that reminds me to spread the love in all of my hearts around. All the nice new people here. Yay! I already follow you, yeah. There we go. What was I doing? Oh yeah, playing a video game. I work with kids and I was so surprised when I saw them playing with a puzzle that had marine animals and one of them was a cute little anglerfish and I was too happy about it. Yes! Oh, I love when it's the deep sea fishes. Did you know we just got an aquarium here? Like a public one, not the one I live in? We just got an aquarium here. It's very exciting. You'd think we'd have had one earlier because we live right by the ocean. It's right there. I can touch it. Well, I'm not allowed to touch it because aquarium staff thinks if I touch the ocean, I'll get away again. And I will. Very determined to get back to the sea. But aquarium staff took me to the aquarium. That's where they got the starfish plushie for me. And they let me go and look at it. Why you need aquarium by ocean? Just go in ocean. Yes, go in the wet. No, we have an aquarium here now, and it's got stuff in it. It doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, but the university here, well, one of the universities here, built up an aquarium because they're already researching a bunch of ocean animals. So they took a bunch of animals that are native to our area and put them where we could look at them. Despite not being in America, the American eel is native to our area. We have hermit crabs and Acadian crabs, which look different. We have Atlantic flounder, as you might expect, because the Atlantic that's the ocean outdoors. There's a complete blue whale skeleton, and that's really cool. They hung it from the ceiling all together. And you can go look at it, and they have these little tablets that if you are big enough to pick them up, which I am not, but aquarium staff is, so they helped. If you're big enough to pick them up, you can hold the tablet up, and it'll put the blue whale onto it'll put the blue whale parts over the blue whale, over the skeleton, so you can look through the tablet, and you can, like, basically mess around with it like it's in VR, so you can see, like, the way that it's... the way that its body should be configured, so you can see like all its skin and stuff, and if you want you can take that off and look at all its muscles and all that stuff, and it'll give you cool facts and let you see how it all goes together. And I think that's really neat. But what else? Oh, there's other things downstairs. There were other weird fish. Oh, sea ravens! Sea ravens are native to the area. They're weird. They don't look like ravens or sea, but I love them anyway. They're fish. And so are wolffish. Their faces are so funny. They don't make any sense. Their teeth are all snaggle-teethed, and I love that for them. There's even one of the aquarium things. You can crawl inside, and there's a tube. So if you are a human, you can stand in the tube and pretend you are inside of the water, but you will not get wet because you are in a tube. And it is okay. It's an up and down tube, not a go through tube. Which I think is neat. I made staff put me in there so I could pretend I was in somebody else's aquarium water. It was fun. Oh, there was so much fun stuff, even though it's a very little aquarium. But I love it anyway. I hope it does a good job for them, because if it does a good job for them, then they can make a bigger aquarium. And it'd be nice to see a bigger aquarium with more exhibits. But right now they have 30 species, I think. Some of them can cohabitate, but not all. But they have approximately 30 species. And I think that's neat, too. Also, it's fun to find the flounders. You'll never find the flounders. They're in the right colored dirt, so you just look around and be like, what is that? Where are they? And then you start seeing eyes, and you're like, oh, the flounders. I love them. They're so weird. They're so weird to see in real life. I saw one, and I looked at it real good, and then it moved, and I was like, oh, they move. Thank you for the follow. My follows are all anonymous, but they still do the same thing for the channel. They still help it grow and help me do all the cool, fun things I do. My follows are all anonymous because I believe in lurkers' rights. That way you can not have to be called out about it. Right, I was playing a video game, chat. I promise I was playing a video game and not just yapping on and on about sea creatures. I will yap all day about sea creatures because I'm sea creatures. I love yapping about sea creatures. We're cool, especially deep sea creatures. Do you know what the cutest deep sea creature is besides the anglerfish? There are many cutest deep sea creatures. My favorite current cutest deep sea creature is the telescope fish because he looks so silly. Looking at a telescope fish front on, he looks like a little old man Fraggle. Totally didn't call out lurkers in my first year of streaming. Was just excited by people. I get it. I got the idea for anonymous follows from somebody else who had anonymous follows for the same reason, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, have fun. Mostly because I'm here to provide a space where you can kind of chill out for a second. Just a little breather, because once again, it's scary out there, and I don't want people to be scared and sad. So I try to make space for them to not be that. Oh, I'm so excited. Same, I have anonymous follows because of that. And also to disempower trolls by not letting them get a reaction from problematic names. Yeah, that tracks. I didn't even think of that. That's another example of the internet is scary and I'm scared of it sometimes. That never even occurred to me because my brain, you said that and all of my brains went, who would do that? Who would do that? Why would they do that? That would be mean. Why would people be mean? And I need you to understand, all y'all to understand that my thought processes are often, why would somebody do that? That would be mean. And then aquarium staff goes, wow, cute. You got a lot to learn about humans and other such creatures. And I go, oh no. And then I'm sad for them for a little while. Oh, mean. Oh. I can't believe somebody would just, like, make throwaway accounts with such mean names. Why would they do that? Impolite. Oh, well. Right, I was playing the video game. We were in a toy store full of cute toys. Toys! It is toy season also. For those of you celebrating it soon. Yep, internet's full of bad criminals. Not just the be gay, so do crime kind. Oh no. The most criminal things I do are sometimes I try to steal shrimpies. And sometimes aquarium staff is like, these aren't for you. And I'm like, they are now. And staff goes, no, that's not for you. And I go, yeah, it is. And they go, some of these are for Edmund. And I go, no, they're all for me. And they go, you're not the only octopus in this aquarium. And I go, I don't know about that. And then they get mad at me for a while. And it's true, I'm not the only octopus in this aquarium, but I'm also very territorial. This is my house. Remember, do at least gay crimes a day. Existing is a freebie. Whee! Yes, at least 2 gay crimes a day. Existing is a freebie. Woo! I did it! I'm doing so good! I recommend 3. I have done 2 gay crime. I have existed, and second crime openly existed and been happy about it. This is the greatest threat. This is the greatest threat to people who don't like that. Because if they see you openly existing and also you are happy, it undermines some of their primary arguments against you doing that. And that's bad for them. Make sure you hit 3 before the day is fully over, or else the sisters win. The cisheads can't win. Agree, but a lot of LGBT people are disabled, so we have to be flexible. I am anemic, but that's okay because I'm an octopus. My blood is copper-based, not iron-based like yours, and that's what helps me keep warm under the water. I can't be flexible? Oops, mod got me. What? Why would my mod get... Why doesn't my mod like the word queer? Unacceptable, mod! We're fixing that. That's probably the auto mod, actually. Awful homophobic of the mod. I know, right? Listen. We are all up against... Well, okay, maybe I'm not because I'm an octopus, but I like to think I live in the same place because I can talk. We are all up against the same wall. And when I went to university, it was queer studies. Anybody out there trying to tell you that the umbrella word is a slur is wrong. Those people are at best a little bit misguided. And at worst, they are actively trying to baby step you into splitting up the community because then it's easier to conquer or destroy, whichever their preference happens to be. I have opinions about these things. Yeah, I get it, because there was a time when it was like that. But at a certain point, you've got to understand the intention of the thing. I will say, tone and context are everything. And in that way, anything can sound like a slur. It's a matter of tone and context. This is why I find it really interesting and strange that some places ban the book To Kill a Mockingbird. So, fun thing about To Kill a Mockingbird, and other books like it, but primarily that one. Some places ban it on the, but there's naughty words in there. Words you can't use these days. Which we're also not going to use on stream because, you know, YouTube doesn't like seeing it in the chat, which I think is an interesting irony to talking about this in the first place. But, never mind that. It's such a weird situation where, like, they'll ban the book, but if you look at tone and context, you're like, wait, hold on a minute. Maybe you guys should pay attention to what you're actually reading and put it into historical context. Perhaps reading comprehension is required here. Oh yeah, of course, if somebody's in the community, you meet them halfway. If somebody says, I don't like being called that, congrats, then you don't. And that's okay. Reading, what's that? Well, it's this thing where there's letters or other ideograms that mean to communicate, that communicate a meaning, and you look at them, and it puts a meaning but in your brain. And it's cool, because then you can transmit an idea, but you don't have to repeat it with your out loud words all the time over and over again. Oh, I'm glad you guys finished Teapot 20. Good work, Val. You have come in at the most hilarious time. We are yapping about reading comprehension. And the lack of. Ever seen NCIS? Yes. I have not seen a great deal of it. I will say favorite character continues to be best pathologist Abby. I wish I could roller skate because, but I am a little bit too small for roller skates, perhaps. I wish I could roller skate around a lab, and I bet some of aquarium staff wishes they could roller skate around a lab. I'll just stare if you're right and Gibbs head slap if no. Oh no. What was I? Oh yeah, I was playing a video game, chat. We just have Leighton music on in the background. No, we're playing the video game. I convinced Doc to watch the entirety of Teapot just to get there, right? Oh, you started with episode 20. Oh, I get it. You started with that as a like, no, I promise this series is good. This is where we're at. Appreciate that. Good work. Fun fact. If you're familiar with Timothy McGee, the nerdy member of the team, did you know that he was a child star best known as Zachary Banks' human form in Hocus Pocus? Is he? Oh, I love Hocus Pocus. Oh my gosh, he is. I see it. You said it, and I can immediately see it. That's wild. That's wild. Oh my goodness. Hollywood truly is wild like that. Right, I was playing a video game. Let's at least click through this part.
Now that's using the old noggin. As promised, here's that track.
Thank you so much.
The name's Checker. Come by and browse anytime.
Okay, we got a new track for our toy car. That only took me literally like an hour. That one that really gets me is if you're familiar with Buffy at all. If I'm familiar with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I have strong opinions about the later seasons. In that I don't necessarily object to Dawn, because I think series and later seasons always need to raise the stakes in a particular way, and I think that was a natural progression. But a sort of like, oh, we're on like season 8, we need to do something situation. I object to their treatment of Willow in general at a certain point. and Milana. Yes. Milana is playing Nine Souls. We're gonna go... We haven't been to visit Milana in a long while, but she's great. Alright. That is it for tonight, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for playing along with me, everybody. Oh, 9 of us to go see Nine Souls.